thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, for taking course, for taking initiative to ensure that something has been done to fight corruption in this country. Let me tell you, Kenya is one country that is blessed with a lot of resources. But because of corrupt persons, people who do not have mercy for the common person who is in the village, dying maybe of hunger, of thirst. Let me tell you, our country has suffered very serious epidemic of poverty just because of corruption. So we need to support the government. I need also to thank my my party leader, Honorable Amolo Odinga, for one, supporting the president in the agenda to fight corruption. Because if Raila stays away from the fight of corruption, corruption will never end in this country. So this is a person who has always stood firm from childhood to this particular time, when he's an old man, to fight for the rights of the people of Kenya. So I feel what is happening between them, that kind of relationship, to me is a relationship that should continue. Any other person who says the two should not come together, let me tell you, that person or people will never be friends to other Kenyans. So anybody who will support that kind of agenda and that cause of people coming together to fight for corruption and also fight for this tribalism that has been a sacred cow in this nation. So I feel the issue of corruption should be dealt. When we come to Turkana County, let me tell you, Turkana County is a county we love most. Personally, as a son of a politician who has been in the politics of this country before independence, even many years before independence, I love Turkana County. Turkana County has been my home. It will remain my home. And any other person out there to come and destroy a county that we really trust and love most remains our enemy. So I feel the devolution that was provided by our new constitution, which we really supported in 2010, I think we should ensure as a country that money has done something in our counties across Kenya. But I regret really to mention this. Personally, not because of anything. I feel the corruption in this county, in Turkana County, it has now become a bigger syndrome to fight. It has even taken a complex shape to an extent where there are people who really want now to make corruption part of their life. In fact, there are people who are not even ready to mention corruption. If you mention corruption even in Proverbs, they become uneasy. That's why the wise men say, dogs become uneasy when bones are mentioned in Proverbs. So in this county, when you mention corruption, people become uneasy, you become a bad person. So I have stood as the only member of parliament in Turkana County who speaks against corruption in this country. So I think I should now make appeal to the rest of the publics, the people who live within Turkana County, to join me to talk on this matter of corruption. We are not citing names of individuals, but we are saying the devolution money we are getting of about 11 billion should be money that by now we should be realizing something very important out of that money. But let me tell you, the only thing we can see is to rejoice just because some bigger person in this county has a number of hotels. Then people want us to clap and say, we have Crado in Turkana County, we have Stegra, we have what? Let me tell you, I will only rejoice if I see service going to a common man at a place called Urum. I will only rejoice if the people of Kibish will be getting proper service, getting water for their livestock, getting water for the humanity living across there. I will only rejoice if some money will be used to fight the insecurity at Kapedo, to bring peace between the people of Baringo and the people of Turkana County. So there are so many things that we need to do with that money so that people say we are happy. But let me tell you, I live at Nakwamekwe. It's only a week ago that I saw a drop of water coming into my compound. I have been buying water from using a water booster of the Salvation Army. A church, after when you come from Nakwamekwe, after the cereals board on your left, you can see Salvation Army Church. So it is a shaming. Nobody will actually become happy. Even a mad person will not become happy that we live at the headquarters of Turkana County, but we are not getting water. Go to across Kawalase. Let me tell you, I want even to thank Nasto. There is a boy called Nasto. He's just a businessman. And Ekal, the daughter to our former member of parliament, Angele, are the ones who are using their water booster to take water to the various villages across there. And many people are going there because of the floods that have affected Napetet area. So that is the area now people are going. And those who live at St. Mary are also living across there. Those are the people, the good Samaritans who are now providing water across there. And there are people who even disturb them. Why are you giving water? The water you are not giving. When you get water from a Chinese camp, is that dirty water? Just because you have failed and you are ashamed that somebody else, a good Samaritan, a poor person, is now trying to use the little resources he or she has to ensure that the people across there are getting water. That is what will make me as a member of parliament for Loima to rejoice. Turkana Central is not a constituency of some people. This is a cosmopolitan town where most of our people from across all other 7 sub-counties live. We live here. In fact, this is where if we even contest as members of parliament, we will stay forever in those positions. So it is a town we love most and we want proper service. Let me tell you, there are dark areas. There are times people are saying they're putting street lights. Move, maybe this coming night, just go around Loda town. It is dark all across. Where is the money that the national exchequer is sending to this county? Where is the money? And there are people, when they are called by EACC, they go ahead and say, it is Jeremiah, myself, who has sent EACC to come and arrest them. The only one member of parliament who does not know the officers of EACC in Turkana County is Honorable Jeremiah, the member of parliament for Loima. It's not because I have issues with EACC. It is because I have no agenda fighting EACC or fighting anybody in Turkana County who is messing around with the resources. Because I know the instruments of power, the instruments within this country to be used to fight corruption. So if you have gotten yourself into a corruption deal that has come into the limelight to the EACC officers, do not go around blaming people. Just suffer your own consequence. Do not blame people. You know, most of the EACC people, call them and ask them, do they even know who Jeremiah is? Maybe they see me in the media, but the people who used to go there are the same people today who say we should steal the money for this county. So I feel corruption in Turkana County is inbuilt. And people should be investigated. I will not fear to say people should be investigated. If you have eaten money, because this money we are not seeing it anywhere. Even the locusts that the FAO organization is fighting today, the county government the other day allocated over 700 million to the fight against coronavirus or COVID-19. That money, let me tell you, I was with Peter here in front of me at a place called Kokriamet in Lorenkipi location. Nobody knows what is happening. Nobody, in fact, you can't see a mask. You can't see anything that will really make you say, go to Kibis, go to Turkana, South. I was at Kainugu when I came from Nairobi. Surely people are just walking bare-faced. And then we have allocated 700, million shillings to the fight against COVID-19. So there is a need, and this is my appeal to the President of the Republic of Kenya. Do not think in Turkana County we are prepared fully to fight COVID-19. If COVID-19 case is reported in Turkana, they said one is where, I don't know, but if it's reported in our kraals, let me tell you, be prepared to see your people in great numbers dying. I went to Lomil area. Completely nothing. Completely nothing. It's only the MOH across that area that is trying to go around the deficient of resources to tell people to put a bucket here to wash your hands, to very local things that do not actually things that should not be used at this era. Surely, during the 21st century, we are still using a jerrycan, a 5-liter jerrycan that has been cut part of it just to put in front of. Okay, I've seen one fire engine at the airport, Lodo Airport. That one is not a county fire engine. I think I will not seriously touch on the issue of fire engine, because we've all been hearing of a fire engine. But of course, I'm privy to some information about, because I used to be a member of county assembly, that we budgeted some money for the fire engine. That was a long time ago. So I thought by now we should be having one. Until recently, when I was just reading from the papers, seeing even our governor appearing before, in fact, I think he appeared before Public Accounts and Investment Committee in the Senate to really explain why up to that particular time he was appearing there, the fire engine was not there. So that is an issue for all of us. Lodwar town is really growing, the way you have said. It's growing. It needs a number of fire engines, not even one. Because our villages are not so modern. There are people who still live in thatch houses. If one thatch house catches fire, let me tell you, you don't need only one fire extinguisher to intervene. You need several of them. We have hell of money to have even 3 or to have even 1 per sub-county. But we don't have one. And then when people question about that, there are people who get disoriented, they feel bad. So as Kenyans, if we feel something is amiss somewhere, we need to come out clearly and say, we want this service. Let me tell you, Lodwar town, it's not only the fire extinguisher that we miss. Where I stay in Nakwamekwi, I don't know, I think Nakwamekwi maybe posed some challenge during the last elections, maybe, but I don't think so. We don't have even a road. We have feeder roads there, especially a road that goes along with the fence of the cereals board. Let me tell you, that is where, during the rainy seasons, floods become a common thing to mention. So Lodwar is lacking almost everything. In fact, we have many businessmen and women in this town. We need to be getting enough loans to modernize this town, even the infrastructure of this town. But if you can see some houses in that town, people cannot change them if you are not providing a way to modernize your town. That is what a governor, a responsible governor, should do. But we miss an action-oriented leader. We only have leaders who know how to make noise to the loudest, but actionless. So I think we need a fire engine. I think even if it's bought tomorrow, we will be okay. So we don't care about other things.
Maybe you can mention on your political blueprints in terms.
Take the leeway to steal resources from this county. Resources are moving here, they are moving left, right, center, and money is not doing what it was supposed to do. And whoever is saying, let me tell you, I am requesting the president to send a team from the national to come and assess the impact of devolution in Turkana County. You can only get hotels of rich men. You can only get, in fact, there's a hotel here that is confusing. I don't know if it belongs to who. So you can't brag to me. Let me tell you, I am the only one who can face the criminals around Turkana squarely, but I want the instruments of law to investigate what the money of Turkana is doing. Because from the time that money came to Turkana County, what is that money doing? Personally, not because of anything. I feel the corruption in this county, in Turkana County, it has now become a bigger syndrome to fight. It has even taken a complex shape to an extent where there are people who really want now to make corruption part of their life. In fact, there are people who are not even ready to mention corruption. If you mention corruption even in Proverbs, they become uneasy. Lodwar town is really growing. The way you have said, it's growing. It needs a number of fire engines, not even one. Because our villages are not so modern. There are people who still live in thatch houses. If one thatch house catches fire, let me tell you, you don't need only one fire extinguisher to intervene. You need several of them. We have hell of money to have even 3 or to have even 1 per sub-county. But we don't have one. So Lodwar is lacking almost everything. In fact, we have many businessmen and women in this town. We need to be getting enough loans to modernize this town, even the infrastructure of this town. But if you can see some houses in that town, people cannot change them if you are not providing a way to modernize your town. That is what a governor, a responsible governor, should do. But we miss an action-oriented leader. We only have leaders who know how to make noise to the loudest, but actionless. So I think we need a fire engine. I think even if it's bought tomorrow, we will be okay. So we don't care about other things.